Hello class, good day. So today we'll be discussing the shear strength of beam. So for this lecture, we'll be using the NSCP section 507 for the design of members for shear. So according to this code, the design of shear strength. So we are going to solve the nominal shear capacity. Okay, so shear strength of this is the capacity of a beam to resist shear forces. Now, we know how to determine the actual shear forces acting on the beam. So mostly the maximum shear is always on the support. No, the reaction at the support is the maximum shear. Now let's check if the capacity of your section could resist this actual factor shear or service shear. No? Now to identify the capacity, so the nominal strength must be multiplied with the reduction factor. Okay, for LRFT and for the design shear strength. And then the allowable shear strength is Vn divided by the safety factor. So for this code, for all provision in this chapter, except in this chapter, so meaning in all provision in 507, so we are going to use a reduction factor of 0.9 and 1.67 for the safety factor. Remember, these are the reduction factor and safety factor na which are used for yielding. Okay, because there's no rupture here no, in terms of shear, but you can only use this to the all part of the chapter except 507.2, which is if you satisfy this condition 507.2.1 and then 1. So what does it mean? Kasi 507.2 consists of 1 and 2. So you cannot use this if this 1 was satisfied. Okay, so if we satisfy this condition, H over TW less than 2.24 square root of E over FY4, W section or I-shaped members. So you have to use a reduction factor of 1.0 and 1.5 no, for ASD. Okay, so anyway, so that is the reduction factor and the safety factor. Okay, for all sections, use this, but if you satisfy this for W section, use 1.0 and 1.5. Okay, but how about the nominal capacity? For the nominal, so we are going to use this formula. The nominal shear strength is 0.6 Fy AW times CV. Okay, so Fy is the yield strength of the steel. AW, what is AW? The overall depth times the web thickness. Because the element which resists, let's say we have here AW section, the element which resists shear is this one, no? That is the area which resists shear. So actually this formula is force times the area. Diba? Force times the area. So we have here 0.6 force times area. Now that this is the area which is resisting the force. And we have here CV. So what is CV? Okay. So for if you satisfy this condition, CV is 1.0. Now for number 2, CV may vary depending on the value of H over TW. So this is applicable for all other doubly symmetric shapes. All other doubly symmetric shapes. Okay, so for H over TW less than 1.0, so you have KV, E over Fy, and okay, so and so forth. No? So we will try to see uh, later no, as we solve some problems. So compare lang naman yung H over TW and then you have here the CV. Okay, so we will explain later the different value of KV, what is KV, no? Okay, so let's try to solve problem number 1. Okay, so for problem number 1, determine the available shear strength and adequacy of ASTM 992 AAA 992 yan, no? So with the Fy of 345, so we're going to use section properties which is W610 by 92. Okay, so the section properties given, the base flange thickness ng flange TW and the K des. Okay, so first thing to do is to check the value of h over tw. So what is h? So for a rolled section, so if we're going to read the NCP, so h is the for rolled clear distance between the flanges less than the fillet or corner radii. That is for rolled shapes, no? Or from the AIST database. So there is somehow radius here. Okay, flanges fillet. Okay, hindi talaga siya straight dito, no? So, how do we calculate the h? So, to calculate the h is the clear, okay, distance between the flanges less the fillet or corner radii. So, meaning this is your h. How do we calculate this distance? Okay, so to calculate that, actually, that is KDES. Okay, that is for rolled shape, no? However, for built up, for clear distance, okay, for built up section, of course, wala naman ganyan siya, no? It doesn't consist any radii here. So therefore, your h is just like this. Okay, you have the total depth, you just less the 2k. Or rather, the 2t times the thickness of the flange. Okay, to calculate the h is just d minus 2 times the thickness of the flange. If that is a rolled shape, okay, so to calculate the h, that is d overall depth minus 2 times k des. Okay, k times 2k this. Okay, so that's how we calculate the value of h for built up and for rolled section. So since the given here is from AISC database, so W610 by 92, so this is a built up, this is a rolled section. So to solve the h, so that is d minus 2k des. Okay, so the total overall depth 602 minus 2 times the KDES. So that is equal to 546.6 millimeters. So let's solve the H over TW. H over TW is 546.6 over 10.9. Anyway, this value is also can be found. This H over TW can be also found at the AISC. Now, if we're going to see this portion, so it already consists of H over TW for, of course, for W section, it has a H over TW. There is a somehow discrepancy with the value of H over TW from the database versus you calculate it manually. Okay, so, very small discrepancy. But for this topic, we will just use the calculated H over TW instead of using the H over TW written here. No, so if that is already given on the problem, so just use the actual value. Let's say given na siya. No, ito na gamitin mo as the value of h over tw. Okay, so h over tw, that is the thickness of the web. So actually, we're just getting the how slender is the web. No, kasi we get the h divided by the thickness of the web. So you're just getting how slender is your web. Okay, so slenderness of the web. So then you are going to compare this. Okay, so you have to check if your so if see, you're going to check if you satisfy this condition. If h over tw is less than or equal to 2.24 square root of e over fy. If that was satisfied, so you have to use the following, no? CV is 1.0, reduction factor is 1.0, and this is also 1.0. Okay, so let's see, no, if we satisfy that condition. Okay, so 2.24 square root of e over fy. Okay, so let's solve this. E is 200,000 megapascal. And for A992 steel, ASTM A992, the Fy is 345 megapascal, or that is equivalent to grade 50 KSI. So solving this value and this one, okay, so this is 50.147 and this is 53.393. So far, that is less than, since we satisfy this condition, this is only applicable for rolled eye shape, no? So you have to check this. If you don't use rolled eye shape, Okay, let's say channel, angles. You don't have to use this formula. You don't have to check this. Just proceed with this one, no? This is applicable for other doubly symmetric and single symmetric shapes. Now, if you satisfy this condition, so ito na yung ating reduction factor for LRFD. This is for ASD and this is for CV that will be used for calculating the VN. Okay? Thus, so we satisfy, no? Kasi less than naman yan. Less than. So we have the reduction factor for LRFD, safety factor for ASD, and then the value of C. So we can now calculate the nominal shear strength. So the nominal is 0.6 FY AW times CV. Again, AW is the area of this one. Okay. Yeah. So the full depth times the thickness of the web. Okay, so let's get the area of the web area. Okay, so thickness times the total depth 602 times the thickness of the web 10.9. So the area for shear is 6561.8. So let's substitute. CV is 1.0. So 0.6 FYAW, then 1 times 10 raised to negative 2. So the answer is 1358.293 kilonewtons. Now let's calculate the available strength. So the available strength, or this is the capacity times the reduction factor for LRFD, and for ASD you just divide it by the safety factor. No? We multiply by the reduction factor, we'll be using 1.0. So this is 1358.293. The answer is same, no? And for the ASD, you divide it by the safety factor of 1.5. Okay, so these are your answer. Okay, so problem number 2. Next problem.